What's good, squad? Welcome into another episode of Fukapod, a Fukaname product. Find us all across the web at Fukaname, P-H-U-C-A-N-A-M-E. Check out our other episodes of our podcast across the web. Follow us, rate us 5 stars so we can continue to bring these squad vibes to you. My voice broke or something? To you.
There you
Weird.
go. I don't know. It wasn't broke before.
Yeah. I'm your host, Frosty Phoenix. Catch me across the web at Frosty Phoenix, Frostyphenix, here with the usual squad spec. Squad, introduce yourself and where people can find you on these interwebs.
What's goody, y'all? It's your boy Wavy God, of course, the waviest bird ever. We here again, the sneaker lover, anime watcher, video game player. You know, we got another topic focused episode today and everything. And yo, shout out to everybody that's been following and still keeping up with the podcast. Y'all listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Be sure to rate us 5 stars over there. And shout out to y'all watching the videos over on YouTube, see the visuals and stuff like that of the squad. You know what I mean? Remember, be sure to like and comment and subscribe to the channel and share the channel with your homies. You know what I'm saying? But
Please
yeah.
do.
And shout out to Frosty for remembering to keep on remembering to share his name and stuff like that in the beginning of the podcast. That's what's up, man. You know?
you gotta remember to hype yourself up, you know what I mean? Put out stuff or whatever. So today's episode focusing on Netflix's acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery. And just a quick blurb. As of December 2025, Netflix is in the process of acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery, which are focused today not necessarily on all of the movie titles and all the shows that we're talking about. Right now, we're discussing the possibilities of the gaming division, right?
So I know it's what we talk about mainly.
Well, we do talk about anime, but anime is not in the wheelhouse of. We also would probably talk about like just superhero movies and nerd movies and stuff like that. But I think that this overall topic for Netflix acquisition of Warner Brothers does also put something of a spotlight on what they would possibly do with like the DC superhero movies and DC content and where all that stuff lands.
Even though they're really good on like the animated movies realm and everything. Like,
yeah,
you know, DC like kind of runs that animated superhero film, while MCU like runs like the live action for the most part. That's how that works out.
So now I'm wondering where James Gunn's universe falls into this whole situation.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. I never thought about that. I don't know how I never thought about that during this whole thing. I don't know how I never.
It just occurred to me. It just occurred to me as well, but that's another topic for another time, and we'll see how that all works out. Nothing's been said, but for right now, even touching on this topic about the gaming division, Warner Brother Games, which has brought us titles like Mortal Kombat, Hogwarts Legacy, Batman Arkham, will now be under Netflix's umbrella, potentially reshaping their gaming strategy to include AAA games with their mobile-focused games. So now they would possibly have these IPs to then fund and bring AAA titles to the audience under the Netflix banner. Wavy, you go ahead.
I mean, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said before, you know, WB didn't know nothing about it. Was just most like they published the games, they gave it money, they backed it for the most part. Like, when you saw a game, it said WB Games on there. It wasn't like it wasn't like they were actually making the games. They were just publishing them. So
Right.
now knowing that and thinking about that, that kind of puts a little ease in my mind of Netflix or Paramount. Is probably gonna be Netflix though, because let's be honest, Warner Brothers, Paramount put another bid out there, but they're pretty much saying, I think Warner Brothers pretty much telling the shareholders are like, hey, let's get this Netflix deal going. Like, there's not the attention to this Paramount deal, but that puts a little ease in my mind of whoever would get Warner Brothers, because they wouldn't be making the game. This would be like owning the studios, like Rocksteady and, well, Monolith not there anymore, but NetherRealm and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is that with Netflix, they don't have a good track record when it comes to games, so that's what makes me worry a little bit. because we already saw. I think it was last year, early. I think it was last year that Netflix already had a studio closure for AAA games. Like they didn't even make nothing yet, and they already got a studio closure. You know why? Because it was probably gonna suck. um, and know what they have right now in the gaming? They have the on the Netflix app you can get mobile games. And guess what? You guessed it. They suck.
Damn.
um they have GTA the definitive edition of San Andreas on there. I don't know who's playing San Andreas or something like that on a mobile phone, but teach his own, I guess.
To each his own.
Yeah, so that's the reason why it's a little bit of an issue that like Netflix could be getting. I don't know if they're gonna know how to handle these games and everything. But at the same time, Netflix has a whole lot of money behind them. They're the biggest streaming service, so they got a lot of revenue. So honestly, if they get this, honestly, just get out the way of the studios of the game
Hmm.
studios. Just let them do them. Don't try to push the live service thing on them because you already saw what happened with that with Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, the developers did not want to make that live service. You know who did though? The higher ups. They wanted to make a continuous revenue system. So that happened, and you saw what happened with that. It went by the wayside. Was a for them actually. Yeah, I don't know
No.
how that's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So overall, we're just speculating in general because of what we've gone through in the past when it comes to gaming, how the gaming industry is right now with this resurgence, not resurgence, but rise of indie titles. Not to always toot its horn, but it's a really big topic right now as of this recording in December that people are still singing the praises of Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and Sandfall Interactive. Shout out to y'all. Being an indie studio that was able to bring us a quality game of content and features that are not new to the industry, but that were put together well enough that it brought a quality product to the industry, right?
Super
And
quality, man.
and yes, and the thought now is if people get too money hungry when it comes to trying to churn out titles that are big names to just put out, that gamers are becoming more and more aware of the game itself, trying to
Mm-hmm.
basically steer away from this idea that you're going to sell me a game because it's called this, and if there's no substance to it, then I need a little more. And the price is not going down. So
The price not going down for what
when they
the
sell you a
streaming and
AAA
stuff.
game,
Oh yeah, it's definitely not going down. It's gonna keep on going up. Well, hopefully not actually. Hopefully it stays at the $70. Cause Nintendo tried it. They already tried it. Uh,
oh yeah, they did.
I'm not even. I don't even think I don't even think that the new games are gonna be $80 anymore. I think they. I don't know if they just quietly pulled that back or if they're still doing it. I actually don't. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have a Switch 2, so. But if y'all have a Switch 2 out there, y'all let me know if these new games are still $80 over there.
They don't have any
Um,
new games. There are like 3 games on there. Everything else is just a resale of everything that already exists.
I mean, yeah, they don't have any like. I mean, this is which is like which is actually kind of normal. Which I don't, when people say that like when new consoles come out, they want the games coming out right away. Like, I don't think that's ever actually really happened for a console. Like when it first came out, like it takes a little time for them to like build up the library. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, that's how I always saw it working. But I mean, and that's how I think the Switch 2 is gonna work too. Like they got Bonanza. I think Metroid Prime 4. I mean, other than the $30 for the playing music and the amiibo, that's
The
crazy to
the
me.
Switch 2 upgrade editions of the Legend of Zelda games
Yeah,
and other
which was
things.
still a high selling game for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a great game. What are you
It's a
talking
great
about?
game, most definitely, but like it's already a thing. Like
What do you mean? What do you mean?
like it already came out. Like why is it coming? It came out again at a higher price. and it's still selling the most. It's
It's a
crazy.
great game.
It is.
It's a
I'm not
great
going.
game, and they
I
sell it to you
played
a
Breath of the
polished
Wild. I
version.
liked my time Breath of the Wild. So
And they're selling you a polished version. We always talk about that. We're still overdue for giving y'all a remake versus remastered episode of just games that need to get that love. That's definitely one of those things. We didn't have to do much, right? Just selling you a Nintendo
yeah,
Switch 2 version just improved the graphics a little bit and the speed a
a
little bit.
lot bit,
A
a
lot
lot
bit,
bit.
excuse me. I didn't play the Switch version. I've only played the Switch 2 version, so I would not know the struggle
Lucky
that
you.
way.
Lucky you.
I don't know. Didn't know the struggle
You
for
didn't have to
that.
see polygons and whatnot when you're in the
Ooh,
air. Like,
that's crazy.
and
That's
I
crazy.
didn't play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, but I would hate to
Oh
have
no,
played that
that
on
wouldn't
Wii U.
happen. I think you know what's funny. I know this is derailing a little bit, but I think that the ambition for Breath of the Wild wasn't intention. And Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know if that also is having a problem. Comment down below if that game had the same issues as well, with some improvements, but with the Switch 2 title for that as well, Switch 2 upgrade for that as well. If it was meant for like the Switch 2 in mind, kind of made for like the next console to come, like how Marvel's Avengers was made for well, it was made for the PS4, but when it landed on the PS5, it was like this was for the PS5. Like this, like you were trying to cram the PS, trying to cram this game and its system and how it worked into a PS4. That was not gonna happen, baby. Like
I
like
mean, that's a high possibility.
yeah,
That's a high possibility. You know what I'm saying? That it was meant for the newer stuff in mind and everything. Because anytime you shape it, if you have something on an old console, like as soon as you put that on the new one, it's gonna be like they're gonna want to repolish it for later and everything. That's where you get to true like out of it
right.
if you want to say that like
No, yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah. It
saying.
was
So
like the that's what you get. Um, but back to the topic at hand for Netflix and Warner Brothers. The acquisition is a massive undertaking, with some reports suggesting the game division was initially not heavily weighed in the valuation, potentially making it a major strategic asset for the future. So
hmm
it wasn't that they bought Warner Brothers Discovery thinking we get their AAA games. It was more
yeah,
like
that was definitely on the wayside for them.
it was
They were
more
like
like, oh, and what else we get? Their games?
right. They were
Oh,
like
all right.
okay.
Like,
I
all right.
guess like I guess we'll do that.
All right. That's cool.
Because
We get. We,
people gotta understand Netflix is like this. They're the biggest streaming service. They're gonna look at getting whatever they can into their ecosystem in their system. And
yeah.
WB has a lot of IPs, gaming wise and media wise. Like we talked about, like HBO Max had DC. You got CNN. Well, actually, honestly, with this deal with Netflix, if they get this bidding, they won't get CNN. I think that'll be a cable network or whatever. So I'm not
Yeah.
even sure. So, but they got a lot of stuff over there. They got Harry Potter. They got Batman, which is DC. You got Cartoon Network stuff over there. You got a lot of stuff
And the
and
HBO
everything.
exclusive things like Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I mean,
Yeah.
alone, like I get. I think Game of Thrones was on Netflix before, but they take it off and everything
Yeah, like it
because
could be like one of
licensing.
those things like a franchise deal thing or whatever, but
Yeah,
now it's gonna live over there. I don't have to make
yeah,
a deal.
exactly.
You
Now it
live
could be
here.
on there. Yeah, it could be on there when however long they want it to be. Like
Yeah.
if they want to take it off, which they probably won't,
No.
and everything. And like honestly, this will be good for the gaming division too because not only do you get those studios and those games, but if you want, you could possibly make your own games of your own franchises. If you want to, I don't know how a Stranger Things game would look. But I wouldn't know how a Game of Thrones game would look.
You know how a Stranger Things game would look? Have you ever played this game called Bloomtown?
Bloomtown. Is that Bloomtown?
Bloomtown. Bloomtown.
Never heard of that before. Bloomtown.
Right. It's a
I'm
game
doing a
that my
Google
wife
search
bought
right
this
now.
year. Yeah, look at it right now. For me, uh, this is another sidebar, and you guys know we love our sidebars here at Fukaname.
Is it
Uh,
a turn based?
yes,
Oh,
yes, it is.
oh, it's a mobile game.
No, it's for the Switch
Oh,
and the play. You don't do mobile
oh, it
games.
is?
Don't cuss at me.
No, I saw on Google it said mobile game. I'm like, oh man. And then I saw it was on Steam too. Then I seen, oh, it's Nintendo right there. So okay.
And PlayStation.
Oh, it's on base. Oh, okay. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's everywhere. Like it's on literally on mobile, Xbox. Yeah, it's everywhere. Okay, never mind. Continue. My bad.
Okay. Don't cuss at me.
Yeah, like I said, a slur to you.
No, right.
I'm not a mobile gamer.
Mobile games. Now, funny because like same thing. As I play Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero is, I think, not primarily a mobile game, but you know what I mean. Some games that are like start off kind of mobile, but like are like primarily
Yeah,
like offer mobile.
All them Hoyo first gotcha games that started on mobile.
Exactly. And
That's the biggest
now they're
audience.
console. Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm no snub. Of course, I'm joking. Like, I don't play mobile because I use my phone for various other things, production, um, phone calls, phone calls. I call people my
You call
phone.
people?
But ultimately, Bloomtown. I think my wife's playing through it, and I help her out when we're playing together. It's really fun. It's like it's like Stranger Things, Scooby Doo, when you're fighting these demons or whatever. I think it's a really fun time. Turn based, like couple elements to it. A couple of characters have have weapons. They have guns or whatever that you can use as like another primary attack. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. Bloomtown. Not that they paid for this advertisement at all. I really think it's a good game for y'all to check out.
If y'all want to, y'all can.
If y'all want to, y'all can. But so if that kind of thing, right? And that I think that might have been made by who made Bloomtown.
From what I see right now, I see Lazy Bear Games, and the publisher is Twin Sales Interactive.
How
That's
long
what I
it's been
see.
out?
Since September 24th of last year. How
Oh,
come
so
I
they
never
knew.
heard of this?
So again, well, they again, indie games.
Oh yeah, it is indeed. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man, and it's 50% off right now because
Dude.
of the of course, like you talked about, Steam sale.
there you go.
50%.
you go.
It's like they got the winter sales up to 85% off until January 5th. So y'all go, if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all better get on Steam right now and get these deals while they hot, because they up to 85% off. You probably can get you could probably get Cyberpunk for like $5.
So they're not that this was about that. They were formerly Asmodee Digital, known for indie titles like Gloomhaven Digital, Ember Knights, Newstown, Survival, Fountain of Youth. Recently became independent from Asmodee in April of 2025 to focus on its own indie portfolio. And they have their own wiki on like fandoms or their own website. So they were a part of a bigger company. Look, this theme is really, it's like not just getting old because it's really good, but it's really getting old. You know what I'm saying?
What do you
Like
mean?
most of these indie companies that are like kind of sprouting out of nowhere either are formed by people who left a company or separated from a bigger company.
Yeah. We saw that at the Game Awards too. Like even with there was one game, I forget the name of it. That was like it was like an action heavy game. I think it's coming from people that like from what Jeff Keighley said, it was a game that was made by people that made Devil May Cry and like Resident Evil. So it sounded like ex Capcom developers.
Yeah,
That's what it sounded like. I forget what
remember-
game it was.
I forget the game
but it-
too.
Damn. Like I just, damn it. It looked
See.
interesting though.
See, all right. See, look, this is what we gonna do. Let me see. I can't even think of the keywords here because you have to be able to use Google properly, right, y'all? So, in general, let me see. Game Awards announced games. Devil May Cry inspired. Be able to utilize Google to the best of your ability, y'all. So, Stupid Never Dies.
There you go. Stupid Never Dies. That was quick.
Google champ out here. No advertising for Google. I'm just saying it's used as a search engine. Stupid never dies, right? So,
Yeah,
but
because
again, to your
that's made
point,
by ex Capcom employees, I think. So
yeah, veterans of Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, and Dragon's Dogma franchises.
there you go. That's the other franchise, Dragon's Dogma. Okay.
There you go. So,
Hmm.
again, and even for this company, like just me mentioning it about tying it back to the Stranger Things point is it's
Hmm.
kind of I see it as like Stranger Things inspired the way the kids are like wandering around town. You doing odd jobs for people. You got this ragtag like you got the I think it's a brother and sister, and then meet their friend, and then the talking dog, and it's like Scooby Doo ish. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
point is that the possibilities are there as long as they get the right people. I remember one thing you
Yeah.
said that really rung in the back of my mind here when we're talking about putting the right money behind things for acquisitions, and you really hoped that with this acquisition that Netflix would let the gaming division do them if they have the right ideas, not that you want to back a project and just start pumping out games like we said like we've mentioned before, AAA
Oh no,
titles
definitely
with no
don't do that. Yeah.
substance, but like if you have good ideas like they're like Bloom like this Bloomtown game, like you have the Stranger Things, and you could kind of do something like that, or um, the possibilities are there.
They're
Possibilities are
definitely
there.
there. Like I said, like I said, now that you show me that Bloomtown joint, I can see Stranger Things having like that kind of a vibe to it. When I saw the trailer on Steam and whatnot, I was like, oh yeah, it definitely reminds me of like a Stranger Things kind of thing, 1960s, whatever type of thing. I don't know if Stranger Things is in that time frame and time period,
I get what you mean.
but he said what?
I get what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, all right, I can see it. I can see the Stranger Things like kind of a RPG like a turn based, not RPG, like a turn based or whatever. I can see that. I can see, like I said, I can see Game of Thrones having something like a true Game of Thrones game, not that mobile joint that we have coming out soon. Like I want like a true Game of Thrones
Oh
game
man.
and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
Now Game of Thrones could probably play like Dispatch.
you could, you could do that, or you could just like do a traditional a traditional like a game like action game. You
I
could do
because
that too, but
Game
you
of
could.
Thrones isn't about that though.
It's not. I understand what you're saying now. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, but the same thing. Lord of the Rings wasn't about that either. But we got the Shadow of Mordor
exactly,
games.
exactly.
So
See, so
I mean, right? I'm a naysayer, right? Like, oh, well, the possibilities. Open your mind, Frosty. Probably. You know what I mean? But I would think it would be something that would be nice, leaning along lines of that, or as Corner says as well. Shout out to Corner Fox, using the inspiration of games like The Witcher,
yeah. I
which
mean, yeah,
is
that's true too. You know what
you
I'm saying?
know,
Like, it's a lot of
or it could be real time strategy kingdoms kind of game where you become the new, trying to raise up your kingdom in the Game of Thrones world or something like that, and
that's a
you
good point.
send
I
your
didn't think
armies
about
to
that.
conquer something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
RTS, yeah,
hire us.
they could definitely do RTS. I think Game of Thrones, with the way that the show is, they could probably do RTS. I can see that. I can see them doing RTS. Either RTS or
Or
like the dispatch and like the dispatch thing. Either one could probably
yeah,
work. The action thing, it depends if they doing like the Shadow of Mordor route, or they're doing like a prequel to it and everything. Because like you
hmm
said, Shadow of Mordor was a prequel to Lord of the Rings. Because Lord of the Rings wasn't really about all that action. It was kind of. It's certain. They had a lot of scenes like that, but it wasn't really like it wasn't really known for that. So them doing Shadow of Mordor was a good like branch off. So if Game of Thrones did do that, it would have to be like in that direction, or
yeah.
like you said, RTS. That would probably be good. 'Cause there's a lot of RTS gamers out there that would probably like that.
That Warhammer game that was introduced at the Game Awards is going to
Mm-hmm.
be like that too. So
Yep.
it has
And
its
it
fan
has
base.
yeah, and it has who did is Warhammer, and what's the who are they partnering with?
I don't know why I wanted to say Larian, but it's not Larian.
Nah, it's something else. Oh man, whatever. I mean, it's fine. Someone will correct us.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I just don't want all their games, and I feel like if these games did a whole lot better sales wise, then Netflix probably wouldn't have been saying that like, oh, we're not really like looking for the games division. I feel like if Suicide Squad could have Justice League, multiverses, all that kind of stuff, if they actually popped and they actually sold like Hogwarts Legacy did, I don't think Netflix would be saying this. That's just me though. But also like they're a streaming giant. They don't really know a lot about video games. They tried the avenue and they failed. So they probably on that kind of time too. I
So
would
from what I
assume.
can see, we're probably looking at I think Relic Entertainment, which is known for Dawn of War, Saber Interactive for Space Marine 2, Fat Shark for Dark Tide, and Owlcat Games for Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy. So I'm trying to see for who's involved. Let me see. King Art Games, I think. Now you guys could be like, oh yeah, you guys know what you're talking about. Let me see for 2020. I think the game is slated for eyeing 2026, so next year. Mm, yeah, 2026 Warhammer game. Oh, so it's going to be a few. So King Art Games, Bulwark Studios, and Creative Assembly. Uh, yeah, so this is going to be a big collaborative project, from what we understand. So yeah,
Yeah, and I feel that, and I feel like uh, that's what I said. I hope that they leave the gaming division, the divisions to do them, because I feel like Netflix is gonna be like any other kind of big corporation, and like see where are the Genshin Impact numbers, where are the Fortnite numbers? We need some of that. I feel like they would kind of do that, and now will like lessen the amount of good games we will get, and we will just be teetering on that same line that David Zaslav, whatever his name is, that
David
was doing.
Zaslav, wavy.
There you
Jeez,
go,
man.
Zaslav,
Gotta
David, whatever.
stop.
Like son,
Relax.
like he ruined so many franchises, man. I'm tired of this dude, man. Like it was time to go. It was time for him to go. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they can do it, man. I want that to happen. I don't want Warner Brothers games to go by the wayside because they got a good number of IPs and franchises that they can still do. I mean, Hogwarts Legacy did numbers. They could do it again. If they make a second
Can
one.
they do it? Well, that's a conversation
It
about
it
a proper
it will
sequel.
definitely it can do it again just because that Harry Potter fan base is ridiculous. That's a
It is.
huge fan base. Ain't the Pokemon fan base, but it's a huge fan base out there.
It is. It is. It is a sizable fan base. Yes.
That's why I sold so much that year. It sold more than Call of Duty and Madden. That's crazy. That never happens. Like,
Yeah.
you know. So
Nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at.
yeah, man.
Any final thoughts though on this acquisition? We're going to be watching it along with the conversation that we had about the EA purchase by Saudi Arabia's PIF. Gaming is taking a couple hits and being merged into other forms of media and business now.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's really interesting.
Yeah, and I think I don't expect this deal to go through anytime soon because of like the rumors of like the hostile takeover and like people seeing the monopoly. It's basically calling it a monopoly, which it pretty much is. But America's built a monopoly. Let's just be real about it.
Yeah.
So I don't, but I see it like the EA deal, like we talked about. It will probably be finalized maybe in the next 6 months or something like that. Like I don't see it being finalized anytime soon. Even though Netflix, even though Warner Brothers is telling their shareholders like, yeah, we going with the Netflix deal. Like I said, they still gotta go through some hoops and stuff, just to get it like actually inked and everything, get the deal all set. So, just want the best for the games, man. That's for the games, yo.
Treat my
But
games right. Treat my
right,
legacy. Treat my legacy
like
games
imagine
right. You
getting
know.
imagine getting another like DC character, but like in like the not Arkham like franchise, but like something similar to Arkham, or just another IP that they can do that is like that Rocksteady could like flourish
Hmm. Hmm.
and not to like cater to live service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got on it. you know,
Personally, I'm not a lack loss of words, but I'm staying silent to see what ultimately happens because I have my thoughts also about legacy games or game titles that they struck what they got lightning in a bottle, like the Batman games,
yeah.
Hogwarts. I'm not taking anything away from the impacts that they had or the numbers that they captured, but when we're talking about, all right, do it again, again. Technically,
Man,
Rocksteady did it two, arguably three times. I say two because Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City were hits. Arkham Knight, not so much, but that's me personally.
only because of the Batmobile, only because of the Batmobile. But that's
Yeah.
also what you get for listening to the people. Like even though we did want that and everything, you wanted more of it, but they gave us way too much of it.
Yeah, like
And
oh
it's
yeah, it was
in the
integrated
game
into the gameplay so hard. Yeah.
yeah, and the gameplay kind of suffered because of it. Like they were nice, but like they were just too much. Like you know, the game
Yeah.
was good. Like I said my favorite one is still City, but I love
Oh,
Asylum
dude.
too. I think Asylum was really good too. Though.
City was so good. It had its own track. Shout out to Coheed and Cambria. Nobody talks
Hmm.
about that song enough. Deranged. It had its own theme song that came out. I remember my homie and I, Ryan, shout out to him. We went to Best Buy to get our copies of Arkham City, and they gave you this free card with the Coheed and Cambria song on it or whatever. Uh, who will like dog like it was really good. It was really good. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Arkham game that nobody talks about enough. Arkham Origins is slept
Origins,
on.
yeah. That came out 2014,
2013.
2013. Okay, because that was the one that you
Um,
could fight that you fought against Deathstroke in one fight, right?
hmm
Whatever.
hmm
Which I never played.
So
I didn't play Origins. I didn't play Origins actually.
that was a good one.
It was
And
a
it
good
had its
one.
own. And it had a multiplayer that I messed with a little bit.
It did. I remember that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then it was developed by WB Games Montreal and Splash Damage. I think they did a good job for what the franchise was offering. So, yeah. If anything,
Montreal.
um, we'll see. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes. Only time will tell. Hopefully Netflix doesn't consider the games division worthless anymore. But like I said, I think it's just two sides to it. They're just more so of a streaming giant and care more so like about the IPs and media, and also they try to do the gaming thing and it didn't really work out for them. So they're probably not really. That's probably another reason why they're not really looking for the gaming division too much. But them saying that it's like pretty much worthless, that's kind of crazy. I think
I wouldn't
they
say
look.
worthless. I would say you don't know what you got till you got it, kind of thing.
There you
Like,
go.
yeah, you don't know what the value of the thing
Hmm.
until you got it. So I think they might be sitting on a gold mine here, and we'll see how they handle it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Overall, it's been another episode for y'all squad. Be sure to check it out and check us out anywhere on the internet. Fukuname. Catch out all of our available content, all of it across all platforms.
All of it.
I've been your host, Frosty Phoenix. Catch me across the web at Frosty Phoenix, FrostyPhenix. Squad, close out with your socials.
Yo, what's goody, y'all? Thank y'all for listening and tuning in, and I hope y'all tell y'all friends about us and everything. Tell your squad
Please.
about us. But it's your boy Wavy God. That's the one speaking right now. Of course, sneaker lover, anime watcher, video game player, And you know, I saw the Joey Air Muscle Air Max 95s in person. Yo, they look so good. They look really good, man. But I can't get them on retail. I got to pay resale for them, and I'm not trying to do that. I don't do resale. But yeah, so shout out to Air Muscles, and shout out to y'all for listening, and rate this podcast 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcast. Cause where are you gonna get another podcast like this? Where it's like this, we just shooting the shit and giving y'all the news at the same time and being funny. Y'all can't get that nowhere else. So
Absolutely.
y'all might as well just rate us 5 stars and just keep it pushing, and then like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe to the channel. So.
Indeed, brother. Indeed. Catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.